What's up, everybody? This is Zack, aka Zacky, aka I am Zacky, creator of Jelly Radio and Zack.Coffee and many more podcasts. I did two videos in English. I'm gonna do a third one, so this is the third one. And basically, I wanted to talk about the release of the Anycorn watch that's going to be released tomorrow by Anycorn and Kojima Productions. I'm very excited about the release of this watch. Unfortunately, the watch is extremely expensive. There's only limited of them, and they cost $940. So I'm really disappointed because I won't be able to buy this watch. As you know, I've already finished Death Stranding, and I'm playing the Death Stranding Director's Cut. It has many more missions, including some the Director's Cut missions, which are amazing, incredible, and it's just a very tough game. And you know, Kojima Productions. This game has been a very important game throughout in the early days of the pandemic. Just something to help you just to do for a while, and while everything was closed, everything was shut down. It just helped you just explore the whole nation and reunite the people of the country. That's why I call it United Cities of America. The game is very complicated, very difficult, and there's a lot of things happening that are not what you expect. And there's uh, there's cliffhangers, or there's plot twists and everything. And it's just a very difficult game. And as you know, the trailer for Death Stranding 2 was released a little while back, and everyone is waiting impatiently for trailer number 2 to see what's going to be happening in this next trailer. As you know, we don't know the details of the antagonist. The antagonist is the leader of a very strong cult who has a guitar, and we do not know what his face looks like. So there are some rumors that um, Keanu Reeves is involved with the project. So it might be that Keanu Reeves will play the role of the antagonist, or there are some more crazy rumors that the bad person, the antagonist in Death Stranding 2, is actually um, looks exactly like Sam Porter Bridges. He might actually have the same face as Sam Porter Bridges, and he might be the bad guy. So there's a lot of things that are very complicated, and Sam Porter Bridges, the antagonist in Death Stranding 2, said something along the lines of um, it was it was not something about it was APAC, a private corporation, who did all this nonsense, and it was just a very crazy, such an ordeal, and a lot of rumors about the sequel to this game. Um, Very great rumor is that there's something to do with a watch. There's a watch feature that's going to be helping you throughout the game. Everyone's excited. I already know some of the um, very rumors is that there's definitely going to be the main character Sam Porter Bridges will be able to take a shower wearing a watch. He's going to be wearing a watch, and there's a whole story behind it, and he will go into detail with it with the character who plays Dead Man, the one who says goes into the shower with him and says, we're all being listened to. Don't listen to, don't 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 listen to everything that that one guy, uh, uh, the guy with the mask, the skull mask, who tells him, you know, you have to do all these missions. Don't trust him. He's not telling you the whole story. There's definitely a lot more behind it, and basically, that's what's the premises in Death Stranding 2. And there's possibility that there's might be co-op and multiplayer. We're very excited about that. The reason being, um, fragile, fragile will take a higher um, role into this sequel. She has a super large robotic company that helps him out with when Sam's Porter Bridges hits the road. And basically, this thing is humongous, and she has a whole staff to help him with his mission. with his missions and to be able to defeat this monster. Now, talking metaphorically, to try to describe to you, for those who played Death Stranding 1 and Death Stranding Director's Cut, how difficult the situation is for our main character protagonist, Sam Porter Bridges. Imagine that Sam Porter Bridges is basically with a very small uh, controller, and imagine that um, the antagonist has such a powerful guitar that he basically, his power level is way over here and you're way over there. So in terms of metaphor of music, as you know, I listen to electronic music. Imagine that it's basically Ferry Corsten against Afrojack, and imagine that Afrojack is playing air guitar, Ultra Music Festival anthem, and go listen to that, and then Ferry Corsten is like, oh my god, what am I gonna use in my arsenal of music? Okay, well, one of his strongest songs is called Synchronicity. Synchronicity, a very great song, and as you know, Synchronicity with the watch. So as you know, Sam Porter Bridges with the watch, he will synchronize his watch and do something amazing. So obviously, Afrojack's not a bad guy. I love that guy. He's a great DJ. I'm just trying to make a metaphor, trying to explain to you how strong the antagonist is. Hopefully it'll be played by Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves is just an actor. He's not a bad person. He's not Netanyahu. Netanyahu is a bad person. Every other Jews in the world, they're fine. It's just Netanyahu is the evil monster. He's a dictator, genocide in Palestine, all this. But basically, imagine that the antagonist has this kind of power in his arsenal, and you're the main character, and you have just a little bit of music that is, and you're trying to fight this gigantic monster. It's very complicated. It's very hard. So we need to understand what kind of tools that Sam Porter Bridges will use, and hopefully we have this co-op or multiplayer aspect where Sam Porter Bridges and Fragile will play together on missions, together hand in hand, to help him do his missions and fight the antagonist, who we don't know who it is. We don't know if he's played by Keanu Reeves, or we don't know if he's played by another version that looks just like Sam Porter Bridges, or as we know, the main character, the main antagonist from the first one, the one who could teleport pretty much just anywhere all the time, and basically you could control the weather and all this and that. He might return. It's very it's a very dangerous situation. Now, a lot of fans are really impatiently waiting to see what the hell's happening, and there's really no other way to say, but everyone is at Hideo Kojima's doorsteps and begging him, just please release that trailer. He was supposed to release the trailer for the Game Awards 2023 and did not. Everyone is waiting. We need that trailer, and it has to happen. In other news, speaking of Psycho Watch, Psycho Japan, it's the 9-year anniversary of Metal Gear Solid 5. Metal Gear Solid 5, as you know, the beginning starts with, "I'm sorry to say, but you've been in a coma for 9 years." It's a big boss, and what a great game. And hopefully there'll be a remake someday. And as you know, there's already discussion at Konami and Hideo Productions for the remake of MGS Volume 1. There's MGS going to be Volume 2, and hopefully an MGS Volume 3, where we might see a remake of MGS 5 and MGS 6. Maybe, who knows, MGS 6. There's Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater Delta is coming out later this year. Who knows what's going to happen the following year, I know for those of you who don't care much for Metal Gear and all of its history, it's a goddamn soap opera. There's 30 years of history. It basically, I basically said, it needs to be a soap opera on Telemundo. That's just how complicated it is. There's so many cutscenes and so much story behind it. But Metal Gear Solid 6, I can already predict it. My dream is to see, a retelling story of Big Boss or Solid Snake or any of the other characters, or maybe the son of Solid Snake. Who knows? But a continuation where they literally go into Afghanistan and just, I don't know, they just start a revolution and take in, defeat the Taliban or something. It's who knows what can happen. Metal Gear Solid 6 is definitely in the drawing board, on the whiteboard. It's coming. We know it will be there. Back to Death Stranding 2, the staff is working very hard, and it's incredibly important for Hideo Kojima to release this trailer. We know that there's the watch is Unicorn Watch is being released tomorrow. Hopefully, maybe there'll be a trailer for the new game. Who knows? But everyone is waiting impatiently for the new trailer for Death Stranding 2. In the meantime, if you haven't played Death Stranding 1 or Death Stranding Director's Cut, play it on your PlayStation or on your PC. Amazing video game, and it's just I used to play Death Stranding 1 just for therapy, and then something happened, and now I'm playing Death Stranding 2. I'm looking forward to Death Stranding 2, and it's going to be a fight of our lives. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Talk to you guys later. Have a good one.